So here's the question that you should ask. One, do you have experience with probate and administering trusts after the trust creator passes away? The two charities, remember that? It was just kind of like the trustee's option.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it was vague. It was written vague where it could have been interpreted two different ways.
It listed a percentage to
20%.
go to two different charities at the trustee's discretion. So it's like, what does that mean? And it means that how we interpreted it. Luckily, in this situation, one of the charities is no longer in existence. So that kind of helped us come to an agreement on how to administer this. But we think the way to interpret that language is that the trustee could decide how much to give to either one of those charities. I'm glad one of them is gone, because how would we choose? How would we choose who, how much they get? We're opening up to a lawsuit from the other charity.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of a surprise to people sometimes. Charities are the hardest beneficiaries to deal with. They can be the most difficult beneficiaries.
Mm-hmm.
So, and why is that, Barbara? You quickly saw and quickly agreed, but why is that?
Well, I mean, because oftentimes they have attorneys on staff and they're trying to, get the money in a certain way as well. So with that, it can be very persnickety when you're dealing with other attorneys and how that's going to be managed, basically.
Yeah, so exactly. And a lot of people, when they're creating their plans, they think, oh, these charities will be just so happy to get it. They'll figure it out. They can each figure out how much money and how to divide it and just play nicely. But, experience says different. Second thing to ask your attorney, what does good customer service mean to you? I like asking this one. And these questions come from, we have a little brochure. And this is kind of my script when we have an initial consultation. And they're like, well, why should I hire your firm? What's different between you and anyone else? And if they're shopping for prices, I think this is where it highlights this area. If they want the lowest price, they can even get it free online. There's a lot of options now to get things free online or it's super discounted, but what are they looking for in service? We'll explain our process is 3 different meetings. It's actually 4 different meetings, 3 of them with an attorney and 1 signing meeting. We're helping you through the process. Okay. Do you include a plan for digital assets and information that is stored electronically? That's a distinction between us, our Mott Legal brand of estate planning. We have a very good 3-part plan. Do you provide a way to access original documents online? And do you set aside time to help fund the trust? What does that mean to fund the trust, Barbara?
When you are funding the trust, you are basically putting assets into the trust, basically, correct?
Yeah. No one knows what this means. So that's why I like your
you're putting the assets into the trust. There's nothing there. What's a good way to say
this? I feel like funding the trust is kind of like attorney lingo that people are like, huh? Funded? So when we create the trust, I think of it as an empty bucket.
Mm-hmm.
So we're creating a space that can hold assets or that can be named as a beneficiary on retirement accounts and life insurance accounts. So we have a meeting dedicated to giving specific instructions. We write them down on the attorney funding recommendations, what you should do with each account. We created that process because I saw a lot of people were missing that. So again, it goes back to doing the probate and the trust administration. I'm watching to see what are common things that triggers probate. People not understanding how to get things into their trust. So that's why we created an extra meeting to try to avoid that.